Welcome back to Good Evening KU. I'm your host, Jack.
And I'm Taylor.
Taylor. This is, I believe, both our first times doing this.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. I've never really hosted a TV show before, so it's pretty new for me. How do you feel about it?
This is pretty new to me too. My elementary school had like a broadcasting AV club. I got to be on that a few times. I do the weather.
I actually did that too.
That's my media experience as far as that goes.
Yeah, same here. Elementary school, I think I got that checked off on my list. I don't know, I feel like that's where everyone starts. It's elementary school and they kind of make their way up to this. But besides that, how was your weekend? Anything fun? Anything new? Interesting?
Same old. I've been swamped down, a lot of homework, a lot of projects. Haven't had a lot of time to myself in a while, but I'm getting through that. Hopefully just be able to get all that done. Focus on myself. How about you?
Nice. Kind of the same, a little swamped with a bit of homework. I kind of waited last minute to do a bit on Sunday when it was due. But other than that, I did do something fun on Valentine's Day. I went out with my boyfriend. We went to a slow dancing event at the Cider Gallery. It was quite fun. They gave away free champagne, chocolate, and a little something, cash bar. Did you do anything for Valentine's Day?
Not the day itself, but on Friday I went to a Valentine's Day party with my friends. They were all going. I found out about it. I'm like, I gotta go with. So they found me a date. It was a lot of fun. It was at Clyde's over on New Hampshire Street.
Nice. Well, speaking of the weekend, I recently went out to go buy some Girl Scout cookies. And being a veteran Girl Scout myself, seeing that the prices has raised $3, it hurt my heart. It hurt my heart. I wanted to go get a box of Thin Mints and some Tagalongs, and they're like, oh, it's $6, but don't worry, we take Cash App. What do you mean you take Cash App? I could never.
That's robbery. That's robbery.
It is robbery.
Yeah, Thin Mints are always my favorite, for sure. Samoa's too, but it was always Thin Mints.
Thin Mints?
Yeah.
Nice. Did you make any desserts with Thin Mints?
No, but my mom would always stick them in the freezer, and that was her specialty, I guess, for frozen Thin Mints. They're good and dunk them in milk, for sure.
Don't you usually do that with every cookie, though? Dunk them in milk, either Oreos, chocolate chip?
Oh, yeah, for sure. But Thin Mints are up there for dunkability in milk.
Dunkability. And then didn't you say you had something doing this week? Anything?
Oh, that's right. Coming up this week, it's on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, is this, I think pretty sure it's the 75th, the annual Rock Chalk Review, which is...
What's that?
It's, I guess, a fundraiser, theater, musical performance put on by fraternities and sororities here at KU. There are 5 pairs of fraternities and sororities which are paired together, and they have about, I think, 25 minutes to work with to come create a musical production.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
They play back to back throughout the performance, so it lasts about 2 hours. Intermission in between.
How much are tickets? I
believe they are going for $25 right now. Don't quote me on that though. I'm not 100%.
Where can you buy one?
I believe you go online, look up Rock Chalk Review tickets. They have an Instagram too, connected just through KU. Should be a fun time. It's my first time ever doing anything musical, singing, dancing related. Not my first choice of thing to do for sure. I was reluctant to kind of sign up for it. Now that I have, it's not bad. Not bad at all.
That's
it's
awesome.
Fun. It's going to be rewarding to see all this work we put in, see how it pays off this week for sure. But it's getting down to crunch time now. The past month's been practices, a 1 hour practice every day for every week, and then now for this week it's we're at the lead center from 4 to 11 every night. So it's a lot of work. So I'm excited to see where this goes, how it pays off.
Nice. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. Did you have anything else to add?
Have you ever done anything musical, theater, production type related?
I guess. If you count my high school experience, I was always in choir for about 3 years, but I never really went into plays. Oh, I was in the Kids Virginia Symphony Choir. That's what I did. That was my musical production, so I can mark that off my bucket list.
There you go.
But besides that, I don't really have anything else to add.
Neither do I.
All right. Well, that's been it for the hosting, and then we'll be back with you, and we'll be back with news and sports.
Such a pretty day for a walk, Blue. Oh, one sec, let me tie my shoe. Stay right there. Blue! Blue, where are you going? Come back. Blue, come back.
Welcome back, I'm Jenna.
And I'm Elena. This is your Monday Good Evening KU News Update. Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny died last week in a remote Arctic prison under mysterious circumstances. British Ambassador Nigel Casey called for a full, transparent investigation into Navalny's death, which Russian authorities called sudden death syndrome.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government opposes recognizing a Palestinian state without Israeli involvement, but is open to direct negotiations. This change of policy follows the United Kingdom and France's willingness to consider Palestinian statehood amid pressure for a two-state solution.
A New York judge handed former President Donald Trump a defeat in his civil fraud case. The court found Trump liable for conspiring to manipulate his net worth and ordering him to pay a penalty of nearly $355 million plus interest. This amount is more than what Trump said he has on hand and could wipe him out.
OpenAI has completed a deal that values the San Francisco-based artificial intelligence company at more than $80 billion. This value triples its valuation in less than 10 months. The deal also allows employees to cash out their shares rather than the traditional funding round that would raise money for business operations.
Kansas City continues to mourn after the mass shooting at the Chiefs Super Bowl rally. The shooting left one woman dead and injured at least 39 others, including children. 2 teenagers are facing gun-related and resisting arrest charges. Additional charges are expected to be filed as the investigation continues.
The advocacy group called Moms Demand Action held a rally with lawmakers, group volunteers, and Mayor Quinton Lucas, who spoke on gun violence prevention. The group advocated for laws that would enforce universal background checks, require people to report when a gun is stolen, and require permits to conceal carry in Missouri.
And that's it for our news update. For more in sports, we'll toss it over to Jacob and Ashley.
Thanks, Milena. After trailing by double digits in the first half, the men's basketball team stormed back to win by 10 in a 67-57 victory over Oklahoma on Saturday on the road. The Jayhawks welcomed back Kevin McCullough and Jamari McDowell, and Hunter Dickinson recorded yet another double-double with 20 points and 16 rebounds.
KU is now 20-6 overall and 8-5 in the Big 12 Conference. More importantly, the team will have a bit of rest as they won't play again until Saturday when they'll host Houston at 5 p.m.
The women also picked up a road victory on Saturday at BYU. Guards Zakiya Franklin and Yvette Mayberry combined for 43 points to lead the Jayhawks to a 70-62 victory. KU is now 15-10 overall and 8-6 in the Big 12. They'll head to Waco this week to play Baylor on Wednesday night.
The softball team concluded its second week of action early, as 2 games were canceled because of bad weather in Florida. After the first 10 games, the Jayhawks are 4-5-1 with a big win over Illinois last Friday night. KU hit the road for Texas this week for 5 games in the Texas A&M Invitational.
The baseball team lost the first 2 games of their season before getting a win yesterday against Illinois Chicago. Junior pitcher Patrick Stites threw 6 scoreless innings, and senior catcher Jake English hit 2 home runs to lead the Jayhawks to an 8-2 victory. KU is now 1-2 overall and will stay in South Texas to play at Texas A&M Corpus Christi on Tuesday at 6 p.m.
The track and field teams wrapped up the regular indoor season with the sweep of the men's pole vault at the Steve Miller Invite at K-State this weekend, led by Ashton Barkdale. The KU men took the top 6 places, while Mason Masonhagen won the women's pole vault and is now ranked number 9 in the country.
Mateo Vargas made it back-to-back weekends for international athletes to set national records. Vargas ran 21.86 in the 200 to set a new Paraguayan record. Next up for the Jayhawks are the Big 12 Indoor Championships at Texas Tech next weekend.
Former Jayhawk All-American Bryce Hoppel picked up his 3rd consecutive indoor national title this weekend as he won the 800 meters at the USA Track and Field Championships in Albuquerque. Hoppel would take his back-to-back-to-back crowns to the World Championships in Glasgow, Scotland from March 1st through 3rd.
Outside of KU sports, Iowa's Caitlin Clark became the all-time leading scorer in NCAA women's basketball last week. Clark has had her sights set on beating former Washington star Kelsey Plum's record of 3,527 points. During the Hawkeyes' 106-89 victory over Michigan, Clark not only set a new career high of 49 points, but now holds the NCAA record scoring record with 3,569 points.
That's it for sports. After the break, Emma will be back with the weather.
Missed the bus again?
Yeah.
You should download My Bus Lawrence. You can see when buses are arriving here, and you can also see where the buses are in Lawrence.
Wow. Okay.
Download the My Bus Lawrence app today.
Yeah, I always just clap at this part.
This is where everyone's talking amongst themselves. Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to do it?
Are we supposed to smile?
When do we start? Somebody over here already started.
Can we talk about the piccolo part's the most complicated one?
It is. If you listen, you're doing it when the band's not playing.
You have to tell me when it starts. I still don't know.
Here we go. Just clapping now. No humps. Nailed it.
I practiced this morning.
Mine was just 2 people.
It has a right and a wrong way of doing it. No. Wrong.
I like my way better.
I don't know how to do the end.
It's just
I don't know the head.
It's hard by yourself.
Welcome back to Good Evening KU. I'm Emma here with your weekly weather outlook. This week, over the next couple of days, we're going to be seeing some fluctuating temperatures that are all coasting towards warmer temperatures, especially in the weekend and into next week, specifically on Monday and Tuesday. Those higher wind speeds are still occurring, so it's something to definitely be aware of. Looking at our current temperatures right now, we can see Lawrence and Kansas City are both at a pretty cool 55 degrees. Ottawa and Topeka are also looking at similar temperatures, with Leavenworth looking just a little bit cooler at 51. Our current conditions right now is about 55 degrees, partly cloudy skies with some 14-mile-per-hour winds. Definitely some cool weather, but you also might want to consider taking a jacket with you to classes, especially as we get into this evening. Looking at our hourly planner, we can see the temperatures decreasing throughout the night, as well as our wind speeds going all the way from 11 to 5 miles per hour by 11 p.m. Tonight's forecast is looking at a low of 28 degrees with mostly clear skies and lower wind speeds as well. For tomorrow, we're looking at a pretty comfortable 68 degrees and mainly sunny skies with still some 13-mile-per-hour winds. Looking at our extending forecast throughout the week, once again, we can see those rising temperatures all the way up to Saturday with a high of 66 degrees. And looking into next week, we can see Monday has currently a high of 75 degrees with some clouds still. Thank you so much for tuning in to Good Evening KU. Make sure you tune in to Good Evening KU at 3 p.m. today for sports.